I'm Tim Otis.
Kathy Otis.
And this is my wife Kathy's tree farm.
And my sisters. We are Farm and Forest LLC. So, and the forest is 4 sisters.
Well, the tree farm is primarily 4 properties. There's this one named Hughes after her great uncle Hugh. It's 80 acres. And then half a mile away there is another tract, Johnny's, after another family member. That's 80 acres also. Another 62 acres just to the east of us here, Bowman tract. And then there's a 96 acre tract over on Middle Ridge Road, a few miles to the west, and a 52 acre parcel on the top of Peterson's Butte out in the valley.
And all of these properties have been passed down through generations, with the exception of Bowman, which had been Willamette. Mom purchased that property, and then now it's rolled over into our LLC. In 1854, William Ingram and his wife Caroline came with their 2 children from Belfast, Maine.
At that point, a lot of this country was not covered with trees. Indians had kept it burned off. And so it was more suitable for homesteading at that point than tree farming. They ended up building a big house here and raising the family here. So her dad, Charles Wheeler, was a farmer in the valley, and they used to graze sheep up there and maintain fences. And over the years, trees grew up and it became a tree farm. And
some of these properties, like here at Hughes, my cousins logged this in the 40s. Yeah.
And so at that point, they weren't replanting trees.
No.
And, what we see here now is what grew up, you know. So it's a mixed stand of grand fir and Douglas fir. And there's places that are very well stocked and other places that didn't do so well. You know, when we make decisions about what to do, you have to kind of take into consideration, where this has been and what's happened in the past, and then kind of look toward the future about what may be good for our kids and our grandkids. It's a difficult thing to harvest once every 80 years, and that generation gets a big payoff, and then 0 for 3 generations. So we've tried to move this to more patch cuts so that we can provide a little bit of income for the family periodically every 5 years or so. It's very difficult, we discovered early on, to do any management without a good road system. So one of the things we've done is to try to provide these very good rock roads so you can get in year-round and manage the properties. We work with Brad Withrow Robinson at Extension.
Yeah, we received a grant, and then we had Matt Fehrenbacher from Trout Mountain write a management plan for us.
That was really helpful because a lot of times you have a little bit of blinders on, you don't see things. So we discovered some things that we hadn't even thought about, and that was a good thing, I thought, to get some help doing management planning. We're better at planning now than when we first started because we didn't know a lot. But when you actually write it down and you make a plan to do it, then it actually has a better chance of getting done. I think that's one thing that I've noticed too. Let's see, we've had tours of the properties, and that's mostly through Linn County Small Woodlands. We're just stewards of the land. We're here for a while. The trees, outlive all of us, and part of our job, I think, is just to recognize our place and do our part to make it a little better than when we got here.